Thank you.
Sorry. All right, so I am gonna do roasted chickpeas or garbanzo beans, whatever you want to call them. So I've never tried this before, and I'm super excited to try it because it's all over TikTok, right? If you've seen it, and they're like, "Oh, want to replace your popcorn with crispy chickpeas?" And I'm like, "Yes, please." So I'm super excited to try this. So first things first, you just need canned garbanzo or chickpeas, right? I just got these at the store this afternoon. So we have our can opener. So for those of you who do not own a can opener yet and you don't know how to use it, our can opener is really important that you open it up, right? And there are two circles right there. And you want to put the seal of your can right between there. And you want to put it on the top of the can and not on the side. It's super important to put it on the top and never ever on the side. When I first started in Tupperware, I had this host, and it was a good friend of mine. It was one of my first parties off my lunch party. And so she was so excited about the can openers, she ordered 3, one for her and her 2 sisters. So after she got her orders, like a month later, and she's like, "Ellen," and when it was over there, the kids were playing, and she goes, "I have a confession." She said, "I can't figure out the can opener." And she goes, "I'm an educated woman and I cannot figure out this can opener." And so lo and behold, she was trying to put it on the side. So you always want to make sure you tell your people to put it on the top, right? And it'll grip on like this. And then you just turn it around and around until you hear or you feel kind of a click, and that means that you're good to go. And sometimes I even take it further. I kind of dented this can just a minute ago. So I can get the top off. Oh my goodness. All right. So then you kind of clip it right there with the little thing there, and you grab it and you peel back. Yeah, see, I dented it. Let me see if I can get this bad boy open. But the good thing is I don't have to worry about sharp edges. So even though I had to pry the lid off because of my own user error, it's not sharp on the top and it's not sharp on the can. So I don't have to worry about that. So I'm going to pivot you guys right over here to my sink. All right, and so I'm going to use our double colander, and I just use the bottom half for this. I'm just going to shake these out really good. I'm going to rinse them. Just give it a shake. One of the things I love about our colander is I love the handle on it because I can just shake like this and just get a good rotation on whatever it is, whether it's berries, beans, doesn't matter. I can get a good shake on there and get it all rinsed off. All right. And then if you have those elbow noodles, you can put the top on and you can shake it up and down, right? So you can really get a lot of that water out, especially if you're making pasta salad with that. You don't want any of the rest of that water in there, right? All right, so these are, I think they're pretty good to go, but we're gonna dry these. So I have my microfiber towel over here. And the other thing I love about them is it does have feet, right? The colander has the feet. So if I do have to put it in my sink, it's not sitting in the sink, right? So as you're dumping out the water, it's not kind of like sitting in that water. So I love that about it too. All right, so we're gonna come back over here. Hello. All right, so I'm gonna open this up, and I'm just going to put these right here. This is a clean microfiber towel, or you can use a paper towel if you don't have that, or you don't have one clean, right? Because that happens. Sometimes the little peels pop off of here, and just you can get rid of those. You don't need those. And so I'm just going to dry these off so the oil will get to it, right? You don't want a layer of water between the oil because we know what oil and water does, right? All right, so just roll those around a little bit, and then I'm just going to put them right onto our silicone mats. All right, I do enjoy these silicone mats. I will say this. If you have somebody in your life who is gluten-free and you frequently cook or bake for them, unless you have your silicone mats are gluten-free as well, you don't want to bake for those people. All right. So I know you mean well, and you want to give them your baked goods, but once you bake like gluten on here, they are porous because they get seasoned over time, which adds to the flavor and makes food super yummy, but it also holds on to gluten. And so does cast iron, anything that holds on to flavors that seasons over time, those stoneware that you can purchase as well, that will hold on to gluten. So just be mindful of that for all of your gluten-free friends. But yeah, so ours are gluten-free. I'm the only one who uses them, and I only use them for our gluten-free stuff. All right, but we also have paper for all the other stuff. All right, so I put you saw me put some, I put avocado oil. You can use avocado oil, olive oil. Avocado is my go-to oil. Yeah, because oils, you always want a really good oil, right? And you want to kind of stay away from soybean oils and vegetable oils. They're just not quite as good for you, and they're a little harder to digest. So avocado oil is really good. And of course, quality olive oil. And I love this avocado oil. Shout out to Aldi's. It's my favorite thing to buy from Aldi's. I go and I buy like 12 at a time because I just use it for everything. All right, use it for my popcorn, everything. All right, so I just kind of rolled those around in the oil. All right, I'm gonna wipe my hands off on this towel because it's going in the wash now. All right, and I'm gonna season these with seasoned salt, right? Just basic seasoned salt. There are a whole bunch of different recipes. Some people make these and they make them sweet with like cinnamon and sugar and stuff like that. Sometimes it's Italian seasoning. I just kind of, it's funny, I was trying to figure out what I wanted to season these with. And so I came down here and I had like all of my different mixes because I have a lot of different, this is a store-bought seasoned salt, but a lot of my mixes I mix myself because it's just fun, right? And so I'm tasting all of them and I'm like taking a little spoon and I'm like, because I couldn't figure out what flavor I wanted. And so I ended up with seasoned salt. I just wanted something basic. I didn't want, a lot of the recipes call for cumin and things like that. I don't like things too spicy. All right. I choose to spice my life up myself, not through my seasoning. Okay. So yeah, I'm just seasoning this. And then I'm gonna pop it into the oven. The oven is heated up to 425. And I'm going to put it in the oven for about 20 minutes. And then I'm going to kind of shake them up a little bit, stir them, and I'm going to probably season them just a little bit more. And then I'm going to put them in for another 10 minutes. And I'm going to put them in until they're nice and crispy. You should be able to like bite down on it and feel a nice, good crunch. All right. And so I'm super excited to try this. So, but this is a simple, easy recipe that you can use using a couple of our favorite products. It's not a big deal. And I mean, most of the time we have a can of beans in our cupboards, right? So it's a nice inexpensive snack. I mean, I think those cans of bean were on sale actually today for 59 cents at Acme if you got one in your area. All right, so I hope you get a chance to try this and you enjoy it.